Welcome everyone, Mike McDonald here, just coming out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And do you struggle with getting prospects re-engaged about your business, or do you maybe have friends that you approached early on, maybe you screwed it up, or maybe you had said too much and maybe you're gonna set up an appointment and then it never happened? Well, today's video, I just want to talk about some tips and ideas you can use to basically re-engage people and bring it back to the surface about what you're talking about. So again, a lot of times people, they maybe screw stuff up in the business in the beginning when they're approaching their warm market or they're prospecting, or maybe they showed someone and they got to think about it, or I've got a new job and timing's not really good, or maybe they couldn't figure out the money to get started but they seem pretty interested. Basically anyone that you've shown before or maybe approached but they actually never saw a real presentation because whatever, it didn't work out and you didn't have a chance to meet up. Well, one thing that I would do is, I've been doing this a lot lately. I'm going back through my list. Some people that I've sent messages to that, never responded to me, or it was a couple years ago that I showed them the business, or they had reached out to me and we'd been chatting about it, but never actually set up that appointment, or we had one rescheduled, whatever. So there's all kinds of different scenarios, but basically I would just reach out to them. You can send them a message, something to the effect of, hey Bob, how's it going? I know we haven't talked for a while, but I always remembered, and then you throw out a compliment. I remember when we used to work together and, it was always a blast. You're always positive. You always had a great attitude at work. You were always one of the most motivated people I worked with before. You just give them a genuine compliment about your relationship with that person. And again, maybe it's like a cold market person that you had shown your business and they wanted to think about it, or they didn't get started or whatever. Just re-engage them about that meeting, that time that you met with them. So I'd be like, hey, when we met the first time, you seemed like you were super ambitious and positive all the time. I don't know what you're up to these days, but I just figured I'd reach out. We had chatted a little bit before about my company and the growth and expansion we were going through. And, for whatever reason, timing didn't work out. You didn't have the money to get started. I can appreciate that. I don't know exactly what you're up to these days, but we're going through another surge of growth and we're looking for somebody to help out with expansion, or, we're growing a lot right now and we can't find good people fast enough to work with. And I just remembered back in our conversation a few years ago, it seemed like you were pretty interested in what we do, but, for whatever reason we didn't meet up, or, for whatever reason, timing wasn't good and it didn't work out to get started with us, or, back then, it sounded like you were really interested. You just weren't able to figure out the money to get started in our business. And you'd be like, hey, it may or may not be for you at this point, but I figured I'd take a chance on you and reach out and see if you might be open to something at this point. Or, I know timing wasn't the best. I just figured I'd reach out, take a chance on you, see if things have changed, see if you'd still be interested in moving forward with us. Whatever. I was going through my contacts because we're going through another surge of growth, and I stumbled across our old conversation and I figured I'd reach out. Or I always remembered, you were one of the most motivated people, excited people I knew, and we're going through another growth expansion right now, and I figured I'd take a chance on you and reach out, see if you might be open at this point. Just curious, would you at all be open to a side project if it didn't interfere with your current work? And you just throw it out there, you see if they're open again at this point. It re-engages them. Obviously not everyone's gonna say yes, but a lot of times you'll at least get a response, which is really all you're looking for. You're just trying to collect a decision, and sometimes you replant that seed, and just having that in the back of their mind next time that they are looking or things change for them, that's when they're going to want to reach out to you. So they're going to be like, hey, they have another bad day at work or whatever, and like, maybe I will hit Mike up about that thing he was telling me about, or, maybe I'll talk to them again about, that opportunity, or, they'll kind of be re-engaged and want to hear more or learn more. Or again, like I said, sometimes it might have been someone that kind of blew you off, or maybe never responded to you when you sent them an initial message or you initially reached out to them. But then you at least collect a decision, and at that point, if they say, no, things are going good, I'm still not really looking, and you can be like, hey, that's totally cool. I was just curious. do you know anyone else that might be looking that could be a good fit? So it can at least lead into a referral, even if it's a no. So it can be a great way to, like I said, re-engage people, pique their interest again, at least collect a decision. You know, maybe some people were like a think about it or maybe, and they never really, it kind of fell out of the loop. So again, it gives you an opportunity to reach out, follow back up with them. And again, a lot of times they'll maybe want to check out your business again, be like, hey, you know, I've been thinking about it. I've been looking at different stuff every now and then, you know, what's new with it? What's going on? You know, and then you can just be like, cool, you know, let's meet up, or I'd be happy to go over more details, tell you about some of the new stuff going on. Again, I thought of you before, you know, it seemed like it'd be a good fit before, whatever reason it didn't work out, but, you know, this time around, maybe things have changed for you, you know, let's grab coffee or let's chat and go over some more specifics for you and get things rolling from there. So again, hopefully you guys got value out of this video. If you did, feel free again, if you're watching on Periscope, tap the screen, throw out some hearts if you got some benefit. If you're watching elsewhere, feel free to comment and share. And again, if you want to take your business further, maybe you're struggling with closing in your business, or maybe you're showing a lot of people, but no one's really taking action and you're not really sure what's going on. Well, you can actually head to coachmikemcdonald.com/closing. I have a training over there. It's the 7 proven steps to closing for your network marketing business. So if you're not really sure what to say afterwards, after a presentation, and you're kind of like, I don't know what to do, you know, so go over there. It's going to be a proven system you can walk people through after the presentation. It's very simple. Anybody can do it. It doesn't matter what kind of company you're in either, so that's kind of cool. You can customize it. And again, it's the 7 proven steps to closing for your network marketing business. And again, if you want access to that, just head on over to coachmikemcdonald.com/closing. I'll toss up the link here in a second so you can have that as well. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in, and thank you again for plugging in, and we'll talk to you again soon.